Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here, things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We are just getting started. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Pinches it off him. Now it's Duro. That's very neat. And it's Mount. Lovely bit of skill. Ivan Nilsson! And for a moment, time stood still. Szoboszlai, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And that was asking for too much. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this lad, Dominik Szoboszlai, is someone I'm going to keep an eye on here.
And the shots!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Couldn't squeeze it through. Ivan Nilsson. Oh, such a clever touch. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Oh, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. First quarter of an hour gone. Mount. He's on it. Can he get away? And the shot! He's delivered all right! Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Mount.
Estoril are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And they are prompt with their pressing. Now it's Diaz. And it's Doucouré. Nicely weighted ball. Joelinton shifted it to the flank. Szoboszlai gets into a good position. Mount.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Good play on the left-hand side here. He has found the way through. Spread to the right. Crosses it in here. Goes for a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
He's going for goal! Not a bad try by any means.
Pedro Neto just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Great defending, strong and determined. Diaz. Approaching the half-hour mark. Threads one in. Closing in on goal. Shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Diaz. That's a good run down the left. Referee has just said play on. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Duro. Mount. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Now it's Szoboszlai. He's having a shot! It's a goal! They are right back in business!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Burkhardt demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
And we have our very first corner. Played in. Cleared without hesitation. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's played it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
And it's Doucouré. Doucouré was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Pedro Neto, Eva Nilsson, and that is expertly dealt with. Szoboszlai.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Diaz, Ugo Duro, Linton, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, that's a key interception.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de compensação.
Couto. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Couto. Couto is wide and looking to get onto this. Pedro Neto is... And that brings the first half to a close. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So straight into the second half. Nicely worked.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
This looks promising. He's shifting through the gears here. That'll be a corner. They've played it short. Cross flung in, towering header! And now they can spring out of defence. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. No way through. Eva Nilsson. Ugo Duro. Spread it left. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Linton, passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Koto. Szoboszlai. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Diaz. Tierney. And it's Doucouré. Linton, Estoril are looking to break at pace. And he is going into that little black book. No way through, so tries a shot! Goal! Estoril! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Estoril have their lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter.
Burkhardt, he's through on goal here. Can he finish? And that's a sharp finish. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Estoril are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Estoril go up by 2 and are looking good.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Estoril needed that, they really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Estoril do have a chance to counter here. Nicely aimed pass. Burkhardt. Oh, that's fabulous.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Linton. Estoril have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in control at 3-1. Szoboszlai, that is a brilliant interception. Pedro Neto. He won't be happy with that one. Into the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Duro. Mount. Looking for the rock. There's the shot! And no mistake. Just 1 goal in it now. Game on! His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Uma substituição. Número 4.
Well, the 2 coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Shifting momentum, perhaps.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Burkhardt, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Doucouré, driving forward. Now it's Gerard Moreno. Paixão. Chance, surely! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Manchester really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Ito. Here's Ito. Doucouré. And it's Tierney. Gerard Moreno. It's a good spell of possession, this. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. It's a promising position. He's picked his way through. Real chance! And he hits the net! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has chance for a shot! And that's a good finish. And what a climax we have here!
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
Just one in it now. Estoril, moments now away from seeing this one out. Reyes. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Four extra minutes added on. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And here's Evan Nielsen. Played out wide. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Burkhardt. Can he get it through? He's in plenty of space here. Lovely feet. Estoril have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. Opts to play it back. Soboslai receives it in a... That's that, the end. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Burkhardt claiming the Man of the Match award.